Oh, oh yeah. Okay. What's the name of our podcast?
We were going to call it GalPals.
Okay. Do you want to start? You start. You can do it, Grace. I believe in you. It's okay.
Welcome to the GalPals Podcast. It is August 23rd.
24th.
24th.
You have to introduce yourself.
I'm Grace.
I'm little old Morgan.
Do I get a microphone?
I was assuming you had a pencil. And then I wouldn't have it. Oh, there's Bluey. Right there. That's Bluey. Yeah. Bluey. Okay, there we go. Do you have...
I was talking about Nemo this morning.
Oh, yeah.
But that has nothing to do with the topic of this podcast, which is true crime.
Yeah, the topic of today's episode is true crime. I'll get started.
Yeah.
So, today I have a murder case.
No, please wait!
That might be the murder case.
That is the murder case.
This murder case happened in Arizona.
Oh.
A woman named Mackenzie Rothcamp murdered her husband, named Harold Rothcamp. Mackenzie Rothcamp, they had no children, so it was like a fresh marriage kind of thing.
Okay.
Anyway, Harold Rothcamp died from 2 stabs to the chest with a knife.
Oh my god.
Police found her prints on the knife. She
Her
was
prints?
then identified
Like her
as the murderer. Yes, her fingerprints.
Why'd she kill her husband?
Well, I'm gonna get...
Okay.
Police interrogated her for 20 minutes. She confessed. The motive? Jealousy. She was convicted 20 to life. Bye, guys. The end.
What's that? Did he ever say why she killed her husband?
No.
There's just a wave of children coming
He
up
looked
behind
at
us.
a woman or something, and she was jealous.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That's like me murdering you because you have another podcast host.
Well, that was with Mackenzie. She passed away, remember? No, she's dead. It's okay.
She died.
Yeah.
I don't have a script like Sir Morgan. We should talk about this.
Okay.
20 minutes of an interrogation.
Yeah, it's actually pretty quick.
That's a really quick interrogation. I mean, she was just open about it, basically.
Yeah, she just
She's like, I killed him.
Yeah.
Maybe she was like, oh, no.
No, she did it. Yeah.
She killed him.
Yeah, and then she went in front of a jury for some reason, and they convicted her 20 to life. So that's the end.
Like 20 years?
Yeah, she's still in prison.
20 years to life.
To life, yeah. So 20 years or life in prison. Whichever one comes first.
Well, she dies.
Yeah, she passes.
We know that.
But anyway, let's continue on.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. So, like, Mr. Pickens. Who knows?
Probably, I don't know. Blueby made a cameo earlier.
Yeah.
No, Blueby did.
Blueby was in the background. Your legs are in here if I move.
Your leg made a cameo. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, make sure you let me know.
Okay. Oh, what are we gonna do?
It might be horrible.
We can upload it to SoundCloud. We'll get a SoundCloud.
I have SoundCloud.
We're getting a Patreon very soon. That's coming in the works any day. Yeah.
When are we gonna post on a Patreon?
I don't know, just Patreon
stuff.
Yeah.
If you're a gold Patreon member, we'll come to your house directly.
Yeah. We have to congratulate the Buccaneers for just winning the Super Bowl.
The Super Bowl happened?
Yeah, Tom Brady just won the Super Bowl. Congratulations. Patrick Mahomes he got second place. Really good. I'm so proud of them. Buccaneers and Patrick Mahomes and Tom Brady.
I know nothing about sports.
They just won the Super Bowl. Yeah. Yeah.
They got a home run. I'm joking.
But anyway, let's continue on.
Oh yeah. 20 minutes for an interrogation.
Yeah.
Like,
these stories are just meant to, like, I say them for 30 seconds and then I move on.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I did a lot of research, talking about Mr. Pickett's class. Back when I was in 7th grade. I had a really weird obsession with, like, serial killers. And there's this one guy who I thought I had like a weird obsession with like the Columbine incident. And I don't think that counts as true crime, personally.
Well, it's true.
It's true, and it was a crime.
It happened.
It happened. I remembered only the names, and so it was Dylan Klebold. Didn't say his name.
Mhm. I have GERD. I am so
No,
sorry.
no. I thought of you this weekend because I saw a place that was like Ernie Gerd.
Your
Yeah.
GERD.
My GERD. But anyway, go on.
And so it's Dylan Klebold and Eric Harris,
Okay.
and they were like, the funny thing about it is that there's like recordings of them from when they were in high school prior to the shooting,
Okay.
and they were like weird.
Well, it's the video games and rock music. That's what made them.
Video games and rock music makes you a murderer.
Yeah, they listened to
apparently.
Aerosmith and played Grand Theft Auto, and then they.
I don't think Grand Theft Auto was a thing in 19.
Yeah, it was. They had the first one, I think.
I think they played Doom. I think that was the one that they played.
Okay.
Because I know like Eric Harris is like kind of like he was like a radicalist. He was like a neo-Nazi if I remember
Oh
correctly.
gosh.
But like the other guy was just like,
Oh well.
oh well, I think I'll join you because you're my best friend.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because they both got bullied for I don't know liking video games and playing Grand Theft
And listening to Aerosmith,
Listen to Aerosmith.
I guess.
I just can't imagine waking up. I'm waking up every morning.
Is that what he does?
No, that's a TikTok audio.
Oh, okay. All right.
So it's a tragedy. 14 people were killed.
14
Yeah.
people. Do you know their names or no?
No.
No. Okay.
There's like one girl who has like a movie about her who died.
Oh wow. That's
She was
really
like,
inspirational.
yeah, quite literally. She had, I don't remember what it was called, but she like basically prophesied that like her end was coming. She was like some sort of weird Jesus freak. She's like, God has found me. I've been blessed by God. And the whole thing is like it's been like altered so much from the actual events.
I see.
Like apparently the one person is like get on the ground and pray for your God.
Jeez. Okay.
Or something. It was people, yeah. I don't think that actually happened, but
Oh well.
oh well.
Have you seen my eyebrows lately?
I have.
They're beautiful.
Did you get them waxed?
No, I didn't. They're still. Yeah. Don't expect. I get self-conscious.
It's okay.
Should we
I don't have eyebrows.
That's okay.
Like they're very faint.
Well, it looks like you have a line through that one.
Yeah, I don't know what's up with that. I think it's from acne.
That's the look these days, though.
Yeah, it looks like I have an eyebrow slit. I don't.
Okay.
I just, for some reason, have really sparse hair here.
Some person was just driving that way. That was different.
I think.
Yeah.
No, if you get closer.
Okay.
But from far away, it looks like it's gone.
Okay. That's okay.
Anyway.
Should we move on to the next one?
Yeah.
I'm going to talk about the Zodiac Killer.
Who's that one politician who looks just like the Zodiac Killer?
I don't know. Anyway.
Ted something. Tom Cruise?
That's an actor.
That's it.
But the Zodiac Killer, he grew up in the olden days. Guess where he went to school?
Notre Dame.
Harvard Law.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. He had a great time at Harvard Law, and then he murdered a whole bunch of people, but then he became a United States Senator.
No.
Yeah, he became a United States Senator. His name was Ted Cruz.
No, wait a minute.
He became a United States Senator. Yeah.
Have you seen the pictures of people holding up pictures of the Zodiac Killer doing his campaign speeches? And it's like, is this you? He's just like...
He's just a stupid face with a stupid face.
He looks suspicious. I have a sticker of Ted Cruz, and it says, "This man ain't my son."
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, that's the story of the Zodiac Killer. He's now a United States Senator. He went to Harvard Law.
He smokes.
His new name is Ted Cruz.
How many people did he kill?
I think he only killed a couple. Like 5 or something.
Why did they call him the Zodiac Killer? I never understood that.
I think he called him... No, the newspapers called him that, and he liked the name. but they were probably with the symbols that he wrote with.
Um,
He created his
they
own.
were a cancer.
He created his own language. So
Oh my god. When I like find out that like Ted Cruz is like the Zodiac killer, and everyone's gonna be like, oh my god.
I think he was born right before the last killing happened, though. So
It's kind of like Jack the Killer. Like no one
Jack
goes
the Ripper.
Jack the Ripper.
Yeah.
Jack the Killer. No, I'm thinking of Jeff the Killer, which is the creepy pasta guy.
Yeah, Jack the Ripper.
Jack the
I think
Ripper.
he was the murderer in London in the late 1800s.
Holy smokes.
What?
Yeah, he was like the first was he the first documented?
Not the first,
I thought he was like,
because it was only the late 1800s. There had to have been more before that
that's a good point.
throughout history, like the societies.
I feel like this is, the podcast that Trisha Paytas is on?
No.
Do you know who that is?
I don't know.
She's like, really, yeah, they're stupid. And then she's just this like really like smart guy. He's like,
Oh.
kind of like the idiot.
Oh.
I'm the idiot. And you're the brains.
Yeah, he killed prostitutes.
Yeah, that's what he was known for.
I think he killed 5.
I don't understand. They're a serial killer, but they only kill like 5 people.
Well,
now, not to say that they're underdoing it, because it's so bad that they're killing people, but like, above the gay buddy, like that's a whole family, basically. Like, you're not really doing much of an impact if you're killing
well, I mean,
people.
he did it in such a gruesome way, which is why he's still remembered
Is that
as, an awful human being. Because of what he did.
Like, what kind of stuff do you do?
He would cut from the breastbone all the way down to the end of the pelvis. And then he would just harvest whatever he wanted. A lot of people think he was like a Satan worshiper or whatever.
Yeah.
Nobody really knows.
Did you think it's the same way as J.K. Thomas?
I think that's what a lot of people think, but I don't know for sure.
There was also like that one like beauty pageant girl who was found dead. Oh my god, my microphone.
I don't know about that.
Okay, so she was like a little girl. She'd be like, I want to say she was 5.
Oh,
5
wait.
maybe. Yeah. And it had to
Something
be
French.
Yeah. And she had to be killed within her house because like it snowed that night and there's no footprints outside. So it was like people assume it was like dad.
Yeah. And were any of the parents convicted? I'm not sure.
I don't know. I think they just didn't have enough evidence, even as obviously one of the parents. Like it was so obvious. It was like they found a letter saying that we'll come for your daughter. And it was like almost the exact as
very
like,
similar handwriting
to the dad's. Yeah. It's like he just went from like his writing with his right hand to just like writing with my left hand. So
You
that's
thought
a
that
little
was going to
different.
be different.
Yeah.
That's
I don't think serial killers really think things out really well.
Well, I
not
think
like just
serial killers do, but sometimes they want to be caught.
Just for the fun of it?
I don't think it's for the fun of it, but sometimes it seems like they want to with the mistakes that they do that could so easily be avoided. Almost like they wanted some sort of fame or something.
I watched a documentary. It was like a TV show episode about, and it's about the relatives or daughters of like killers.
Okay.
So like there's like John Wayne Gacy's like sister
Oh, yeah.
came in and met one of the parents of one of the victims.
Okay.
And it was so funny because like, it's not funny.
Ironic,
But like,
perhaps?
yeah, it's so ironic because she was like, I can't believe, how can you love a man who's murdered that? I'm like, I do not know. Like, I mean, if you look at John Wayne Gacy, right?
Yeah.
He just looks like a serial killer.
I mean, he does have that classic serial killer look.
He has the look.
But I think he was the one who made the look.
Oh yeah,
Like,
I think that's true.
Yeah. Like,
He's
I don't
like
think
the
that
stereotypical
existed.
killer clown.
Yeah.
What's the sort of saying people like serial killers found mistakes? Innocent person.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
I guess once you start, it's like, oh, he looks like a serial killer.
You know what was weird, though?
Like, I can say you look like a serial killer, and they could just convict you.
Oh.
If that was the case, then
Wow. John Wayne Gacy, he was in charge of a business that his father owned.
He hated his father.
Yeah, but he would do the hiring for the business, and he would hire like young men.
Purposely to kill them, right?
Yeah, he also did part-time clown stuff. Yeah.
He was a clown.
But he would like bring these boys back from like the business and say like, oh, you can stay here if you want. And
He would become friends with them.
yeah, he'd become good friends.
No, this is my study hall.
Oh.
Except for mortgage. Why is yours so small? Well, I have one that's like 20-something. This one. Oh my god, you should have heard this gigantic. Yeah, it was about the realities of life and what kind of job you think you're gonna get. How would you already have that in 3 weeks? You don't even know the bill track. Okay. Yeah. It was good, Morgan. You would pre-record it.
I-
So I can play it.
I love those speeches. My favorite. But anyway, yeah, he would bring these little, like these, I mean, they were boys. They were like 16, 17, 15. I think the oldest he got to was like 20 or something like
He
that.
was definitely a pedophile.
Yeah, he definitely liked little boys. And he would bring them back to his house, murder them. He murdered 33 people. And he
Yeah.
buried them all in his house.
And once he ran out of the room, he buried in his backyard.
Yeah, he did everywhere that he could
He
think
was
of.
just, yeah.
I mean, after a while, you think, that guy's doing a lot of renovations to his house. I wonder what he's doing.
Well, the funny thing about it is that he was initially underneath police watch,
Okay.
right? Because he was just so suspicious,
Well,
obviously. And because he actually admitted to having, like sex with a minor.
yeah.
Then he get arrested. He got out of jail for being a good boy. And then he was, yeah, for some reason. And then they're like, oh my gosh, I think he might have killed someone, but they couldn't have proof, and they didn't have a warrant to check his house
Yeah.
at the time. And so just basically watched his house, but he invited the cops inside,
Yeah.
and he told on the cops. You know,
But the
it's
weird thing
super,
was,
yeah.
he continued murdering during that time.
Yeah, he kept killing people. And the funny thing about it is that he told the cop to their face. You know, it's really easy for a clown to kill someone. Like something along those lines.
Yeah.
I mean, Bessie,
He was absolutely psychotic.
John Wayne Gacy was not a smart fellow.
No.
Like, sure, he was smart in hiding the bodies. Like, I think he's like testing his boundaries. Like,
I think so.
it's really easy for a clown to kill.
But the weird thing was that there were so many people who, like, escaped. Like, he tried to kill them, and, like, some of them had, like, military training and stuff like that.
No.
And obviously, you know, he's a weak, fat man. And so he can't get these people, and they would escape, but sometimes they would tell the police, and the police wouldn't do anything. Or they just wouldn't tell anybody.
Yeah.
And they just go on with their
Well,
life.
didn't Jeffrey Dahmer get in trouble because some kid ran out of his apartment naked screaming?
I'm not sure.
I think that's how they caught him. You know, my parents, they lived through this year. No?
I know exactly what story you're talking about.
Jeffrey Dahmer?
Yes.
One of my-
One of the kids
Yeah,
ran out of
yeah,
his
yeah.
apartment naked, and he didn't speak English.
Oh.
He was so good at convincing people
Might speak up.
that he convinced the people who found the kid that he, if I remember right, he was taking care of them or something like that for the time being, and they helped him to get him back in the apartment.
Like a trade student or whatever that is.
Oh, so they just put him back in.
Yes, they helped him back in the apartment, where if I remember right, I think he strangled them to death.
That's horrible.
Wow.
Jeffrey Dahmer was so effed up. You know, the funny thing about Jeffrey Dahmer is that there's a movie about him called Dahmer.
Yeah.
And you know Austin Alley, right? That show?
Yeah.
The person who plays Austin Alley,
Yeah.
plays Jeffrey Dahmer in that movie.
He'd be a good Jeffrey.
Yeah, you're like, it's kind of funny that he plays it.
Yeah.
Because he went from being like a rock and roll, like, you know, stereotypical teen kid to being like, I'm a murderer. I'm a cannibal.
Yeah.
It was the guy goodness. I can't remember his name. What's this guy's name?
I think it's Lynch or something like that.
Ross Lynch. Ross Lynch,
I'm
yeah.
a genius.
Ross Lynch plays.
My genius generates gravity. So.
No.
What? The other one of my favorite ones was the Unabomber. Because a lot of people were like wondering what his motives were. You know what he was attached to? Like when he was just in college and stuff?
What?
MK Ultra. They tested on him.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah, they tested on him and they did all that stuff with him. And then he just went crazy because he hated society so much because of that he started sending bombs to places. That
People still believe that
didn't
MK Ultra's around. Even though
Yeah, a
it's,
lot of people do think that. Yeah.
you're like, they're coming for me. They're going to test on
MK
me.
Ultra.
MK Ultra's coming for me.
And, I mean, if they're taking the Unabomber, obviously they're taking very smart people. Because he was like a mathematician, like a genius mathematician. He had like a doctorate.
Why do we have one still?
I don't know. But he was very smart.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
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 I agree.
I agree.
Um,
But again, Obama, getting on the news, they would call him the Uni. The Uni
well,
bomber.
because he attacked universities, something, and then like airlines. I don't know what the
Yeah.
S stands for, but because it's an acronym.
I thought it was just Uni, short for university.
Because he attacked those because he hated the universities because those are the ones who did MK.
Didn't they find him in just a shack out in the middle of nowhere?
Yeah, he lived in a shack that was miles off the road, and when they were like, they had to
That's
set
true.
this base of operations. And they had to hike like a mile to his house with all of their equipment so they could get him.
Okay.
And I
I
think this
remember hearing the news about them finding him, I think.
was.
No, I think it's someone else. I think I saw the news like from it
There was
when they
a
found the news.
there was a bomber. I forget when he was found, but he was not the Unabomber, but he also did stuff like that. And I forget when he was actually found because he was in the wilderness in Appalachia for a long time,
You think
and they found him.
there's like a news thing. It's like some people had to go out in the middle of nowhere and be like, "We found him in the woods.
Oh, I see.
Serial killer in the woods." I think it might have been like maybe like a documentary, and they're like doing a film thing of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And how they're like,
Well, because I think with the other bomber, he was found outside of a Taco Bell eating out of a garbage can. Not the Unabomber, but the other bomber.
he was out of a Taco Bell.
Yeah, it was like outside of a Taco Bell, he's like tortillas or something like that.
Oh my God!
It's because he was
Say that word
starving.
again.
Tortilla?
Tortilla. Say tortilla.
Tortilla.
Right.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Anyway.
I'm not gonna
Yeah.
question it.
Okay, thank you so much.
You know, my grandma used to say tortilla.
Tortilla.
That was really funny.
Isn't it a line?
Oh,
Tortilla.
Hurricane Katrina, more like Hurricane Tortilla.
Reminds me of Emily's brother for some reason.
He does look like Emily's brother.
Yeah, he does.
Cleft chin.
I do.
How do you remember that he has a cleft chin? I don't think he had one.
Yeah, he does have a cleft chin. He has really weird ears
Kind
that
of.
make me. Emily's brother. Yeah,
That legs are very hairy.
I think that you need to be concerned.
These masks make me feel like I have a beak.
Well, I think we should probably wrap it up here.
Yeah. I want to do the outro?
What is the outro?
Goodbye.
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 Talk to you next time on the GalPals Podcast. Rated 5 stars.
On YouTube?
On
On YouTube.
Yeah.
Bye,
Thank
guys.
you.